All right, so here's another update on Jerry the King Lawler. I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. First thing, he's just okay. He's doing fine. He's now awake, alert, and responsive. That's what they have said. TMZ spoke with Kevin Lawler. I think that's one of the family members. Jerry, who is hooked up to tubes and is not able to speak, but he is writing down stuff on Notepad, trying to make it easier talk to people. Not just brief notes, but detailed stories which show he knows where he is and what is going on. Kevin says the family is concerned about the brain damage, or were, but the good news is that there is no brain damage that the doctors have found. So, which is a really good thing, a lot of people were concerned about brain damage yesterday, but there's no brain damage at all. So that's pretty awesome. Michael Cole actually discussed about this on Fox News on Jerry the King Lawler, what transpired when they were calling the show. I'll let you guys listen to the audio at the very end of the video, so stay tuned, watch the whole thing. I'm not going to take up too much time. Alright, now I don't know how many of you guys remember Grandmaster Sexy, aka Jerry the King Lawler's son. His real name is Brian Christopher. He made it to Canada as soon as he could, and he posted up on Jerry the King Lawler's Facebook page saying he was shocked a total of 7 times at the arena and underwent a balloon stent to open up a clogged artery when he arrived at the hospital. Alright, looks like that's pretty much it. The CT scan came in and they've already told us that there's nothing bad with his brain. Everything is just fine. I should have told you guys at the beginning of that video, but whatever. Nothing is wrong. I just hope that Jerry the King Lawler gets a speedy recovery. I want to see Jerry the King Lawler back into the WWE ring or ringside again, and just be happy, live in color. And Michael Cole, he did a tremendous job. You listen to this audio. This was on Fox News this morning. Or something like that, maybe even yesterday, I'm not sure. But then again, it was just recent because Monday Night Raw, of course, it took place. Then it was Tuesday yesterday and Wednesday today, so it has to be either yesterday or today. Anyways, I'll let you guys listen to it, and yeah, enjoy. Bye-bye.
He was out like sleeping. And then I looked over and I realized that his head was on the table, his arm started to shake, and I knew at that point that there was an issue. I don't know if it was my news background or what it was, but instinctively I jumped up and I hit my mute switch because I didn't want people at home to see what was happening. Sure. I started screaming for our doctor, Dr. Sampson, who was at ringside. He's there for all of our events. Mike Mansuri, one of our production people at ringside, and they were immediately with Jerry, brought him to the floor. Security jumped over the barricades. About a half dozen men carried him to the side of the arena, put him on a stretcher, and they got him to the back. And thank God for Dr. Sampson and the Montreal EMTs.
He wasn't just commentating. He was actually wrestling that night, too.
He had a match probably, 20 minutes before that.
How old is he?
62 years old.
Is he too old to be doing that?
No, I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. He passed all the physical exams that were needed to participate, number one. Number two, Jerry Lawler, he's been doing this 42 years. He loves it. He's like a kid. It's all he's ever wanted to do. But more importantly than that, he wrestles 100 to 150 times a year. Oh, not just for us, but for independent organizations around the world. So, I mean, he wants to do this. He's in the shape to do this. I don't think he wouldn't be in this business if he didn't love it.
How much more of a show did you have to do after this happened?
An hour.
You had to do an hour then by yourself.
What happened was we completed the match that I just continued calling it when Jerry had collapsed and went to commercial break. We made the decision during the break that out of respect for Jerry that we weren't going to do commentary anymore. So the show went on, the matches continued. It was just silent. And then I would give an update at the bottom of every segment before commercials to what we knew about Jerry. It didn't look good for a while, and then the last thing we heard was that he was starting to respond to light and his heart was beating on its own right before we went off the air Monday.
Wow.
All right. Michael Cole from WWE. Thank you very much for giving us.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
All right, 20 minutes down before